Okay, notice the action on my camp here since I got that fake, everything fake, eviction, fake court, fake. The time is 5:33 p.m. September 17th, 2025. The sound machine is on as protocol. There is never turning that off. If you came here, you would know, but we're not going to get sidetracked because we have the rest of my life to tell the whole world every last livid detail of what it was like to live through this fucking city and terrorist compound. I plan to write a book, but at the way the country is, remember I talk funny right now, that will get better. So let me say this very incorrectly. At the way the country is right now, anything that I write will not be published. I have to do it myself and get $0. I know that, but it's still got to go somehow on public record here as what happened to the country and me in it. So I thought, here's a good old punk rock fashion, okay? And I'm the one to do it. I've been in combat. I couldn't do this stuff, but I was planning to do it when I met the heroes 8 years ago. I was planning to do this stuff like rather soon in Manhattan, just because I don't know, it's like a hobby. But you put out political manuscripts, whatever the topic, and you leave them all for free at coffee shops around town. Or you hang them up, but they stopped the flyers. Most towns stopped that. That was Bill Clinton who did that. He's trying to kill information, kill subculture, kill the truth. Kill the anarchist, kill the communist, kill is all that Bill Clinton's about. And he got rich, he got so rich. Didn't you, Bill? All those people on 9/11 that fell. When you go to hell, Bill, any of the people on 9/11 that went to hell when the towers fell, the World Trade Center's towers, they're waiting for you, Bill Clinton. And there's a gang of really evil people that have been put to death that are waiting for Putin. They're all his people. So see, okay, 9/11 killed thousands of people, but not all those thousands of people went to the pearly gates. The humans are the humans. A lot of the people in the World Trade Centers were sinners and went to hell, plain and simple. And some of them went to heaven to the pearly gates, okay? The ones that went to hell are waiting to meet Bill Clinton because he made sure that shit happened. 1992 by handing the shit over to the Saudi Arabia and Al-Qaeda terrorists, my country. And what Biden do? Biden made sure the Taliban cut back Afghanistan. And that's a practical joke. But it's not, because at the time when all of our war heroes were there, they were fighting the Iranians, the Iranian Guard, and they were fighting a lot of Iranian Russians, and no one was telling them that. Remember what I said about you don't want to be in combat with the Russian military? Fuck no, you don't. I can speak from personal life experience. They were having these Iranian Russians run around all over in Afghanistan with the Iranian Guard for years. And they were killing my U.S. soldiers. And you want to know who knows that? My U.S. soldiers. And you want to know who's coming back for revenge on the Pentagon? My U.S. soldiers. They know a lot more than I do. And this is women too. Not a lot of women, but there's a handful of them. Prime suspect. Prime suspect, that's another one I'll put up. I was guided, like crazy guided. Very clear guidance. We'll get to how that works if I'm ever allowed to describe that. Prime Suspect is another British detective movie. It's a series. I'll put it up. This is where I've interpreted Jesus, his guidance, is that's fully my sisters. Remember, I have sisters that I am waiting to meet. Maybe I'll meet them at the camp yard. They shave their hair. They know machine guns. They're not these dildo women that want to say they're in the armed forces. They're the real deal. They've been there a long time. They're super high rank. They did not go with Donald Trump. They did not go with Flynn. They did not go with the U.S. evil military. They did not go with the Saudi Arabians that were shooting up the bases. They did not give in. They've been knowing about this a long time before Donald Trump marched into the White House. About 2 years, they started really trying to kill Coast Guard and service members and police. Very brave, and veteran cops were getting fucking assassinated. They were saying it was mass shootings. They were saying it was a lone wolf shooter. All that shit. Yeah. I remember in New York City, before I went after the FBI and NYPD there, when I was there, which is why I left Manhattan, they were just reporting endless terrorist attacks as lone wolf, and I'm living there, going all over the 5 boroughs on mass transit. I knew they were lying. I was also driving my car. I mean, there's nothing I missed. I was always out. And no, this shit was so dangerous. I kept on saying, I got to get out of here. I can't live by myself here. This is too fucking stupid of an idiot woman to live here by herself. I knew it then. And then about 6 months range, I met all the heroes and off I went to defend my country. Okay, that was 8 years ago. I'm 6 years into combat, armed conflict, chemical weapons compound that stockpiles biological weapons too. That's what I've been doing for 6 years. Yeah, so just to go back to a point here, when the World Trade Centers were attacked by the Al-Qaeda Saudi terrorists, when Bill Clinton dies, he'll be meeting a lot of those people and a lot of other people waiting for him and help Putin too. It is the Saudi, the Taliban, the Iranian crowd, the Ayatollah crowd that is evicting me. It is the drug cartel, Latin drug cartel, big time, that is evicting me. This compound is basically owned by the Russian military, and I cannot say anymore. So they can evict me, put me in a tent, but I kept trying to emphasize that they have far worse problems than Heidi getting dicked over and put in a tent. Heidi trying to figure out in a tent. I guess I can't bake bread. That's what I said out loud about 30 minutes ago. I guess I can't bake bread here. But that's Heidi. Heidi's gonna figure out a way to fucking bake bread over a campfire. That's who these men, these Taliban, these Ayatollah, these drug cartel, these crack addicted US Army guys that throw punches on the sidewalk at me, that's who they think is their problem. I'm not their problem. It's the Russian military, and there's two, 1 and 2, and one of them saved my life with the Navy SEAL, the US Navy SEAL. They got problems with them, but they don't sometimes, I don't think, realize that. They will at some point. There's no way they won't. I'll be sitting in a tent yard. Not happy about that, but so happy at the same time because I'm not here, dude. I'm so glad I'm not fucking here. You don't even know. Maybe I can make enough little videos here and people might realize how happy I am. So I forgot my point when I started chatting. It's clearly obvious. I'm just doing a tactical chatting video about going camping. So let's just start fresh again because I announced the time. I did some intro comments and they blacked out, but please remember, I got this thing going. It just goes in your ear, and you go to bed with that shit too. Trust me, if you could come here and know what it's like. Oh, God. So I'm looking forward to camping. Where are we at? 10 minutes. Okay. For the fact that this shit won't be on that sound machine, no, you don't know. But maybe I can get some words over. Oh, yeah, and then I can type it and publish it and leave it at the coffee shops and places where people grab it and read it. Political manifestos, political manuscripts. And there'll be some short essays of what it's like to have peace and quiet written by Heidi Granger. And this compound, this terrorist compound supported by the U.S. Pentagon, gave me so much content to write about for a long, long time. And it's going to be really quiet where I go, so I'm looking forward to it. Because I like to write. I need a little bit more peace and quiet to do that. I got to be out of a terrorist cell that stockpiles bio and chemical weapons to do that. And manufactures explosive weapons. It's not a place to concentrate and type essays. No, sir. I did my 6 years here. I'm really glad to go. I'm going to go camping. Excuse me. I gargled on my coffee. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I did that on the mic there. I'm going to go camping. I got this thing I'm going to get to wash your clothes. It's so cool. I'll show this. It's like a total camper commando guy. Wash your clothes bag. It's the best I can describe with the way I stutter and talk. You put it, you can hike on it, throw it over your shoulder. It washes all your clothes. It's a commando guy thing. I'm really excited. I can't wait to go camping. I got all this solar powered shit. I'm fucking stoked about this, dude. For the phone, solar powered vice versa. Oh, no, that's the wrong term. Anyway, solar powered stuff and things. I'll be set. And so gadgets work. A little mini charcoal campfire grill. Just do some basic marinated fish. There's no fridge. I haven't figured out that yet. Some of this has really sent me to. I'm sad, like they're putting me in a tent. I want to cry, but I'll be okay because at the same time I'm so excited. I just got to be brave, So there's the grill, my little camp yard. I got my license to go camping. Everything's straight, legit, on the narrow. And I got my little campfire. I got my solar power. I got my cot. I got my pads, so I'm not cold. I got a big old tent. The cats are safe. I invested, a good amount of money in the tent. I'm not making any of this up. And obviously I put a lot of thought into this because I already premeditated this. I was planning on going camping from here. But I can't talk about anything. Just like I can't talk about the fucking straight up Air Force jet that flew over the house and it wasn't Trump and I can't say a word. Can't say one word. No, I'm pushing it. I'm not supposed to talk about that. Okay, so I'm trying to do this in 14 minutes and we are now at 14 minutes. So, okay, let's keep going, but wrap it up. I'm really excited to go camping. I should be able to write some manifestos. Maybe if I have like 20, 30 bucks extra, I can print them out and leave them at local coffee shops around town. I was going to do that before I met the heroes. It's just something I like to do. Always thought it would be fun, have a hobby doing that. Political, and then you get a name for yourself. It's that lady, Heidi Granger. She's put out another one this week. It's all this leftist, anarchist, communist, total subvert, political essays, and who knows what else you can cram in your little pamphlet. Some cool pictures. Most of it's black and white. That's fine. It's cheaper to print. And then there's always going to be an essay about what it was like, life and times of living in a terrorist compound protected and supported by the U.S. State Pentagon Department of Defense. All the things and stuff I witnessed and lived through. I'll have plenty of content for the rest of my life. For free, don't forget. That's the point of these little manifestos. They are for free. And I just was given so much content that I don't know where to begin. But back to the camping gear, I've been thinking about this. This is my plan, but I can't talk about how long my plan is, and I really can't say that this was my plan. I'm not supposed to say that. But camping will be fun. It'll be really pretty. This type of area, this region is warm. I'm not too worried about that. All I got to look forward to is the fall leaves. Oh, God, how beautiful. All the camping sounds. I don't speak well, but you know, the creek, the leaves, the wind, the birds. Oh my God, I can't wait. And then, of course, some warm clothes, solar powered, that little thing you throw over your shoulder to wash your clothes. In a camp yard, there should be some sort of facilities. You have your little license to camp. I thought about getting a fishing pole, but I can do that later too. Well, of course, if you're camping, you got to at one point try to fish. So I'm going to do that. I thought about that. I browsed on the fishing poles, but I can't talk about how long I've been planning to go camping. What else? I'm really excited. No, I'm not putting anyone on. Like, this is my defense for my eviction, all a la carte, served to me by the mafia, drug smugglers, evicting me so they can chop up bodies. I can't talk about it. I know I'm not supposed to. Okay, but no. So look, I am solidly intending to go camping. This is matter of fact, and I am really actually looking forward to some of the stuff. It's going to be fun. There's also, I've got so much stuff on my list of camping gear, it would blow your mind. Yeah, because I've been thinking about it, but I can't talk about that. And it's so cool. It's so cool. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'll just be out there, little camper, little commando, Heidi. The food won't be a problem. I will have dinero for food, but cooking it, refrigerating it, baking bread, this makes me really scared. I'm scared. Yeah, I'm being displaced, put in a tent. Mafia, fucking drug cartel, just threw my shit on the sidewalk. But you know what? I didn't want any of it. It was doused and soaked in chemical fucking weapons and biological agents, pathogens. They put fucking pathogens in here. We'll talk about that later. That'll be in my content of free essays and manuscripts left at your coffee shop. Oh, it's a solid. They did. I know that. You can stand in the corner and watch all this Air Force fly over the house and know it. I'm not making this up, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. The cool thing is they ran around and went diarrhea the whole time. But you can read it. I'll get a thesaurus and we'll make it a really cool essay to read, and you'll really, in a big way, know what it was like to race back and forth with the house reeking of corpses, and you're just gushing diarrhea, and they're blasting you in every room, and then they leave you for dead with no medical attention after gassing you about 20 times over the course of 3 hours. And you're supposed to have died, but you're there the next day because, don't ask me, but all I do is go diarrhea. But it sure felt like I was dying. I was really scared. Yeah. But that's the Pentagon. The Pentagon with the Saudi Arabia defense minister. He took a picture of himself that day too. That's what I'll do. When I write some of the manifestos about that, I'll put that picture up of Hagsworth and the defense minister from Saudi Arabia. That'll be in my little manifesto manuscript left at your coffee shops for free to read. I'm looking forward to this. But the camping gear, I'm going to wrap it up because I got to get my list of camping gear and look at it because my memory is so fucked up in here from not the chemicals. Don't forget, I bounced back from that. It's the trauma. I can hardly speak English. I gotta look. I've got a litany of gear. I'm so excited. It's so cool to go camping for a couple months. No, it's so cool because when you get into this gear and you look at all this stuff you can get in survival in the woods, is pretty fucking cool, dude. And I'm hardly surviving. I'm in a stupid little reserve fisherman, and who knows who's there with their dog. It's not survivalist. I'm not really a commando, but in my head, I got my commando wash bag, and I'm out there, but it's going to be really good. I'm really excited. I got a nice tent, solar powered this and that, and little grill to cook. And yeah, I'm going to be upset that the mafia, straight up organized crime, booted me out. But dude, they have such worse problems because they never understood, not even to this day, how deadly the Russian military is, how they didn't understand that. I do have information on that. I can't talk about it. But yet, in terms of speech, let me say this again. How Donald Trump and Joe Biden, Bill Clinton, these sitting congressional and Senate members did not understand how deadly the Russian military is in terms of speech, I will never know. That's in terms of speech, I do know. But their fun and games being protected will not last the rest of their lives. No, man, no. You can't use the people protecting them, I'm not allowed to say, as some sort of doughboy, as some sort of Boy Friday. Oh God, no. Oh, no. So when the fun and games are over, every single person that had anything to do with this chemical stockpiling terrorist compound will be assassinated. Now, whether I know it, I might be sitting at the freaking state park completely oblivious. But I know that. So that protection, to believe this is how life is, and you can establish a terrorist compound as like your local town center, and this is our public policy here. So our public policy. That's not going to last forever, and I do know, and we'll write about it. I'll write about it, you can read it. How fucking deadly the Russian military is. And this is their joint here. And that's all I'm going to say. I know it is. I know it is. So whoever wants to pretend they own this place, good luck to you. Okay, bye.